There's some safety issues to consider when interacting with the water heater. Whether it's electric or gas, obviously you're using heat to get water to a temperature that makes it more useful in that aspect. They do come with some safety aspects built into them. A temperature pressure relief valve will blow any excess pressure out if the water heater either gets too hot or has too much pressure or both. So you want to test those regularly just by popping them open and make sure they mechanically function properly. And if they begin to leak at all, then they need to be replaced. You're also dealing with an electrical connection on an electric water heater. Some of them are 110, but most of them are 220 basically. And there's obviously that's a lot of juice and a lot of amperage. It's a good way to get hurt, so you have to use caution when operating with those. Make sure the breaker's turned off and you've tested the power with a volt tick to make sure everything's okay. The only other aspect that you need to be careful of is with a gas water heater. Obviously, you're dealing with gas. You want to make sure your water heater is up on a stand at least 18 inches tall. That's code minimum right now anyways when it's installed in a garage, because gasoline vapors from cars or lawnmowers or some of those things, they'll settle down nice and low. And if your gas water heater is not on a stand, then you could be introducing those vapors to the pilot light or to the burner assembly when it lights up. In some states, I know California in particularly, water heaters must be strapped to the home somehow with some, well, not somehow, they use specific water heater straps for them. It's kind of an earthquake protection measure, but it's a good idea in general. Also, some localities require, as a part of codes, that posts be set to protect it from being struck by a vehicle if it's mounted in a garage. So you need to keep that in mind also. Also, they are really heavy. Even when they're brand new and empty, they're not exactly light. But once you put a lot of water in them, or after some years of buildup, you've drained the water, but you've still got some sediment in there, they can be really heavy. So be careful when maneuvering them or getting the old ones off and the new ones in place and those sort of things. So just really exercise some common sense. Be careful and take your time when operating with them. But you can do this. I know you can.